Bitch, yeah. So I finally got a chance to do the story time for y'all. And I'm looking a little swole with my beater on. Yeah, I'm looking a little swole with my beater on. Then when you're sitting together, everything mushing all together, it's like a marshmallow, don't you know? But anyway, y'all, so I came to talk about this snake situation. So one particular night, y'all, we relaxed for the night. It was actually, I believe, was it a Saturday or it had to be a Sunday? I'm thinking it's a weekend. I don't remember. I'm thinking it was a weekend. It had to have been a Saturday. But no, because I was tripping off the fact that I had to go to work the next day. So maybe it was like a Thursday or something, y'all. So we all getting cozy for the night. You know, it's time to shut down, close everything down, go to bed. So I'm laying in my bed, and my favorite thing to do, my sister be cracking up. She be like, what you doing, girl? Laying in the bed with my pants off and my ankles crossed. That means I'm relaxing. And so I'm laying in the bed, flipping through YouTube as usual, getting ready to shut it down. It had to have been about 11 or it had to be 10 or something. I don't even know. Yeah, I had to work the next day because I was so sleepy from waiting on wildlife, because they didn't make it to like 1 or 2, that I had to take 2 hours sick time the next day so I can get some rest. But anyway, so we chilling for the night, and then got quiet outside, which is very unusual for my block. At least there's several people that's out during that time of the night that I'm used to anyway, at all my years being here. And I'm laying in the bed, and my daughter's taking her long, usual, using all the hot water shower. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, man, I gotta use the bathroom so bad, and she take it for forever. So I'm thinking, like, how long is she gonna take? So she finally comes out. It had to have been at least 45 minutes. You know how girls are. Ladies, if you know the routine of taking the shower and grooming yourself is what I'm going to use. That's the word I'm going to use. She was in there for about 45 minutes with all of her stuff. Her whole little basket. Scrubs, razors, you know, the whole nine. And she comes out, and she comes in my room, and she says, Mama, it's a snake in the bathroom. Like, girl, quit playing. Still scrolling on my phone. Don't play with me. My son is already in his room. He didn't went to sleep because he works 6 to 2, so he go to bed early. So I'm like, girl, stop playing, because she said it's so calm. I'm just like, she gotta be kidding me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, stop playing. And I'm still laying there. And she was like, I'm for real, Mama, I'm for real. I said, girl, please, you came in here. You play too much. So we argued back and forth, because I'm telling her she played too much. And she like, Mama, I am so serious. It is a snake in the bathroom. So my son hops up, because he tired of us going back and forth, and he trying to sleep. And then I guess he decided, I don't know if he decided he wanted to go to the bathroom or what. So he comes out, and he go in the bathroom, and he confirms that there is a snake. She goes in there to record it, talking about, look, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. So she recorded him like, I don't want to see it. So her and my son trying to figure out what they gonna do and how they gonna get it out. By this time, I done got up, put some paints on, put my socks on, my shoes, just in case I got to do a quick getaway. I done put all my clothes on. And I didn't even want to see it. So I just rushed past the bathroom real fast, because he was like, literally, when you walk in, it's like a little cubby right there where you can put like a stand, and you put your tissue, and which that's the corner I use to put my tissue and, you know, female stuff and all that. I put it over there. And just so happened, I think she had cleaned the bathroom sometime, and she never puts the stuff back in the bathroom. It takes her days. We don't even talk about that. So I rushed past the bathroom real quick. I don't know what to do, so we called 911. 911 says they can't help us. We got to get it ourselves. We like, the fire department won't come, you know, da-da-da-da-da. She's like, no. So my daughter got mad. It's like, I need to go to bed. I got to go to work tomorrow, and I don't know, we don't know what to do about this snake. And she calls 911 back. She's like, so 911 back. So she's like, if I get bit by a snake, then what you gonna do? She was like, well, I'm gonna send you an ambulance. Y'all, my daughter, and I didn't even say nothing, but she went off. She was like, that don't make sense. You telling me they can't help me get this snake out of my house, but then you're gonna try to be funny and say if I get bit, you're gonna send me an ambulance? Like, that's disrespectful. And she just went off about the whole city we in and all this and that. And all you hear the lady on 911 saying is, ma'am, you got to get rid of it yourself. There's nothing we can do. So I started Googling stuff to try to find out what the heck we gonna do, because I'm scared. We are scared. We never had this experience before. My daughter said a couple of years ago that she saw one under the dryer, but I'm just thinking maybe the wind was blowing that day and she probably seen like maybe some clothes or a sock or a dryer sheet that moved. She was like, no, it was a snake. So that made me feel like that it really was a snake, y'all. So she done took this video and sent the picture to my best friend. She freaking out, calling me, what y'all gonna do? Talking about record it when the man come and all this stuff. So I called Wildlife, and I got the wrong one. They were in the state of Missouri, but he said there's some kind of law about Illinois. They couldn't come over here to assist me. So I had to find somebody else. And luckily, the man answered the phone, and he was like, literally, he thought he was 45 minutes away. But when he told me what town he was in, I was like, oh, he'll be here in a jiffy. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah. And so while I'm talking to him, the call drops. By this time, the snake is gone. It done left. So I'm like, oh Lord, because I don't know what to do. I don't know if we shut all the doors, and they put stuff in front of the door so he couldn't go in our bedrooms. And so if he was literally next to a hole that's in the bathroom, and it probably was like a little square. It probably was like this big, but that's where he was actually positioned, and he disappeared. And so when the Wildlife came, he was already gone. So he put down these traps. Y'all, he charged me $120. $10 a piece for the 2 traps. Now it's like the little, you know, the little sticky things. It's like a little box. And then it's about this big. And it's about this wide. He put 2 of those down. He put one in the hallway, and he put one right there. He opened it up and laid it flat. So if the snake decided to come back out, he'd immediately stick to it. So he put one there, and he put one in the hallway, and he charged me $10 a piece for that, and he charged me $100 to come and tell me that we'll probably never see the snake again, that he probably came in the bathroom because it was actually chilly that day, and he was coming to get warm. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all, this whole time we waiting for him to come, I didn't text my best friend. He didn't respond. I went next door. They didn't respond. And y'all, people are normally outside all the time over here. Like, literally. Even the man down the street, my son went down there to knock on his door to see if they could come and get this snake out. Because, heck, all of us scared. You know, we ain't never experienced this before. And nobody actually was out that day. It was like a desert. And I was so shocked because that never ever happens. So I said all that to say $120, $10 per trap, and the dude was gone. Like, he was gone and we ain't seen him since. And my best friend all like, recorded when Wildlife come. So my daughter shows him, she shows him the video that she took. He was like, that's a garter snake. My thing is, he like, yeah, if it comes back, you got your son. I'm like, hell, he's scared just like us. What we gonna do? What he gonna do? He ran down the street and was knocking on the door just like we was. And it was just crazy. And my friend was like, I couldn't even sleep there. And here's my thing. What else I'm supposed to do? We did sleep with all the lights on for a whole week. Everybody, forgive me, but everybody used the bathroom with the door open just in case they gotta have a quick getaway. And it was just crazy, y'all. I was like, it's definitely time to move. Definitely. Like when stuff started happening like that, now I have seen them on the road, like walking to the bus stop. You see where one had been ran over and smashed and all that. But to think that they're hiding, and then, y'all. So I text my best friend. I talked to him a couple of days later. He ended up calling me that morning, but he called me too early in the morning. He know I don't play them games. So I didn't respond to him. And finally, I get to talk to him 2 days later, and I was like, yeah, I text you the other night. You know, it was a snake. He like, now, one thing I don't play with is snakes. If I found the snake in my house, I'm moving out, Nisha. I'm moving. I ain't staying. So I would have been no good to you. Then this dude gonna turn around and say, and you know they travel by twos. So we never found a snake. And you gonna sit here and tell me that they travel by twos? Is that supposed to make me feel better? Thank you. I appreciate you. I said, really? Now, why would you say that? He told me, I'm just saying. These shit is how I do. They go in twos, you know. Y'all, that was so irritating. That ain't gonna make me feel better. And then you ain't gonna come and help me, but you gonna tell me some stuff like that. Whew, y'all. But anyway, that's the story about the stupid snake. And we have not seen him since. And believe me, that is the first place we check. Well, I do. I can't speak for the kids. But that's the first place I check every time I go in the bathroom. I look. And then I look behind the toilet. And I look around. I emptied up. There's a under the sink cabinet. I threw everything away. I don't want nothing under there because I don't want him to have nowhere to hide. So if we see him, we gonna see him. So I don't put nothing in there. I found spaces in the hall closet to put all my cleaning supplies and tissue and stuff. And that's where it's gonna go. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Do I have the video? I'm gonna have to insert the video with y'all. I'm gonna have to put this on my phone so I can insert the video so y'all can see it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications if you like to hear story time. I feel like I'm a little monotone today. I went to church service today. And yeah, I'll talk about that in another video. I just feel I feel refreshed and renewed. But it's not like it used to be. Like, I'm exhausted with all the crying and shouting and going home the same way. It's like I worship the Lord. I still praise him, and I still want a relationship with him. But all that hooping and hollering, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it's necessary. It is for some people, depending on the level. And no disrespect to people who worship, praise, however you do it. I'm talking about just specifically myself. You know, I don't feel like I'm my normal funny self today. But yeah, I feel like I'm ready for a change, and I'm just exhausted with all the same stuff that I used to do. Can anybody concur to that? If you can, just let me know in the comments. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Bye.